Hello, everyone. Speed Demon here, and welcome to this episode of our Canada run. Go ahead and do a potential deal here for a little bit of relics. So that's 12 gold per turn, 37 gold outright. That's acceptable. That one's a lot more expensive, so I'm going to wait on that one. But good is we can go ahead and see here orders. We get a good amount of gold back, so that's not going to be a problem. And let's see here. Now that we have that relic, we can see here with the relic, we are going to be getting triple the benefits here. Triple the culture, excuse me, triple the tourism, and triple the faith. So that 12th faith right there is actually going to help bring us over the edge to be able to actually buy another settler next turn. Because the first thing we need to be doing, so with scripture, we have more presence with our religious spread here. And that'll only get better once we have printing. However, we have a couple things we need to be doing in order to get us a lot more science and a lot more culture to start competing with the AI. Because our religion, while it can be pretty good, the rest of us is lacking a little bit. So we have some things to work on. Mahabodhi Temple is going to be a very, very helpful thing for us because that's going to allow us to get started with a couple of apostles and then we can instantly make our religion complete. That looks good. We are one turn away from getting Mahabodhi Temple. This is a very, very good one for us. So we are going to be making sure that once we get it, I'll showcase
The
the utility.
dusty, bustling corner of the Indian
All
state of
right.
Bihar.
So there we go. So that's a good one here. Science as well. So we could do something like that if we wanted. Uh, it's a tricky decision because it depends on what we're doing to set things up. Okay, so I think our plan is going to be sacred places. This would definitely help us a good bit. And then in terms of building, because most of the other ones have been taken, I would say mosque is a pretty good one. That'll definitely play well into what our general situation is. Mosque is going to be good though. There we go. So that brings us up a little bit. That gives us good yields all around as well. So that helps our gold, that helps our faith, our culture, our science output. So that is a big benefit. So we also want to be looking at potentially other wonders as well. So if we're going to continue making more wonders in our capital city, it may actually behoove us to consider making uh, more more of more wonders to work with. So Apadana could be a very good play for us. Do a spread here, and we can do basically a couple spreads to these two cities. That'll help form a majority and give us a little bit of an easier time getting set up here. So that can be something we work on. What we also want to do is continue getting basic infrastructure built around our position. So getting more of our presence with our religion is going to be good. Having an alliance potentially long term with Nubia would be good. However, what we could do is use the soothsayers to eventually develop a small army and basically just take cities down using soothsayers with their abilities, and then we could use that to our advantage. Apostles 460. So what I might do is I may go ahead and ship an apostle over, send this all the way down. Could do two apostles, but get that sent over and kind of start converting stuff over here. Ideally, we could even convert more cities. That would help us. I would really like to try to long term, like much later in the game. Definitely want to try to get Jerusalem if we can. That is an excellent choice for us long term that we want to kind of develop into. Kind of think about what we have here. Converting cities to era score is not a good, it's not a bad one. 3 era score. No, that one's not likely going to be happening. Looks like it's going to have to be this one. All right. Those two should put us ahead by a little bit, and then we'll have enough time to consider. I'll go ahead. You know what? I'll just buy one warrior, bring them close, and that'll help me kind of decide whether or not I need to get that going. We can get another soothsayer out of this, an extra soothsayer, free promotion and 2 faith per turn, and technically 4 faith per turn. Winning these competitions will give us a lot of benefits. So carbon emissions penalty. Oh, is that? Wait, is doing the soothsayer thing actually emitting carbon? What? No way, really? Wow. I wouldn't have known that. Okay, that's first person. We need to back this way. First impression. So, go borders. The Zapadana.
My ancestor Darius
Yes.
made.
Got the Apadana. That is super huge. That helps a lot. So that'll give us some envoys to work with. So very, very good. Go into Mohenjo-Daro and let's do one into Jerusalem. That'll help give us a little bit more tempo. So those temples will give us a little bit more faith output. This will help us get a bit more culture output as well. Good, because that means our capital here is going to be able to produce better yields. So that's good. Now that we have that done, it takes some of the load off that we have to work on. So I'm glad that we did that. Yeah, spreading our religion a lot into these regions would definitely be a good way for us to get a lot of pressure here. I may actually go ahead and start doing that. Not a lot of religious here yet, a little bit here and there, but honestly, that would help us a good bit. Plus, it would give us a lot of air score. So, it's going to have to be a major goal for us. Is if this apostle is a good one, like translator, for example, we can dump translator uses into this region here. Convert these cities as well. I'd honestly like to just go ahead and just convert a lot of these major cities so that way it gets rid of, effectively gets rid of that religion, so we don't need to worry about Hinduism in this particular game anymore. You know what? That could be a really good trading piece, because then I could try to. Perfect. And we get another relic out of that. That's huge. We have 3 relics now. This is actually, we've got a little bit of hope this game. We've got a little bit of tourism to work with. That's good. We've got a decent amount of faith that we're getting from that. That's also good. So, yeah, we're up to, if that number is accurate, 170 faith per turn. This stage of the game, that's not bad. Definitely use some tile growth. So let's first do this. So let's do a granary. I'm not worried about a monument too much. Honestly, even in a dark age, as long as we have reasonably close to loyal movement here, we should be fine. I do want that garden to be done soon. We met Poland. Okay. Hachikudi wants to be friendly. Awesome. Try to be friendly with a lot of people because being friendly is a good way for you to have an easier time moving around in the game. And then we have all that done. We have actually a reasonable amount of culture right now. Not a lot. Of course, nature of this kind of game, it's a tundra game, so it's usually going to be a lot slower compared to people that have much higher yield potential, like, those that are living on normal land. Oh, never mind. That was just a city. Okay. I could potentially take that, which honestly could be a little bit of a benefit for us, so have to consider that. And it really kills me. I should have honestly picked work ethic. It was such a mistake. Honestly, reliquaries, it's okay, but work ethic would have been so much better. That's a lesson learned the hard way, unfortunately. I'm gonna just kind of keep it. rest of the game, but that's okay. Um,
Wealth consists. Bravery is being.
10 turns left in this era. Of course, religious emergency now in place, so we kind of have to be careful here to keep Moray loyal with our religion. Although that won't be very hard because that is a pretty good amount. Convert that into our good. Here, go. So, Bonnie, how far are you? You're one turn. So, one, it'll give us the suzerainty of that in a turn, so that's really, really good. And we'll hold on to these envoys. Oh, we can at least only get attacked by one unit there, so we have at least a semi-better chance of not getting annihilated. Trine's now done, so we're at a consistent 8th per turn, which is really, really good when you consider that we're going to be working on the Grandmaster's Chapel, which will allow us to start basically faith buying a military. So we may have to do that because the AI are so far ahead of us that honestly at this stage, you're going to need to use some soothsayers. That. Samara score. That as well. So we're 5 air score away. 5 turns away from the next era. That means we need to get 3 cities converted, so we could probably bring this over, convert that city. That'll be potentially an option. So that's 1. If we can get that city converted potentially, that could be 2. And need to bring this over, instant convert that, then convert that. Really tight from an air score standpoint. You just basically tank a hit, heal. 4 production out of that is so nice. Oh, that's a wonder. That actually comes in very clutch. Because now we have, I think we have Jerusalem? We do. That helps us a lot because we're going to get a lot more religious pressure out of our cities. Push out more population. That'll change more population to 1. Even further, give us more yield. So that'll start to help us. Let's keep on getting, while we get hit by this, at least we're able to kind of defend it at least a little bit decently. It's not terribly bad, but 3 turns left. We need to keep working our way over. I think next turn we should be able to convert that city. If we do, I can save that last conversion of translator for the next era. Guess we'll just take Martyr for now since we don't have any other means to do anything. Let's see, what about this one? Probably another Martyr one, so.
In diplomacy, there are 2 kinds of problems.
Okay, let's see here. Can we pull it off? Yes, we can. There it is. There's the heroic age. All right. You can just hang out for a turn because next turn I use that. Really, really massive. That's a big benefit. That's a huge relief because being able to get a heroic gauge means we have a lot of options and we can start getting a little bit of benefits all around. That's going to be nice. All right, so we have color in the world again. We can see colors now that we're not in the dark age. We've definitely made some good progress with our religion. Our religion is definitely a good bit more strong in this area, so we've spread a good bit more. This is definitely going to help us start to develop a majority semi soon in some of these other places. Now, next episode, we're going to need to work on this region here. This will be a lot of work, so very much work on that. We also have a couple of these heading on down south, which is good. That'll help start to develop our position there. But if you enjoyed watching this video, I ask you to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. E-Man out.